When you have number 1 beside your name, you have a target on your back. And this top-ranked team in the land is going on the road against a squad that can make its season if it can pull off a major upset. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Rainbow Warriors will boot it away to start the game. Bringing it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Clemson's offense will go on the attack first. Last time we saw these guys, it was a rather forgettable experience for this quarterback. He turned the football over. He got sacked. Just not a good day at all, Jesse.
Well, the defense was able to rattle him. They hit him often. They hit him early. They got sacks on him, and then he started feeling it. His eyes came down. He started floating the ball over the middle of the field and putting him into trouble and got picked off. So it's important this one, David. Up front, they do a better job of helping him stay on his feet to get into a rhythm.
The best quarterbacks in the history of the game, when you continue to hit them, they become very human, and they start to rush their thought process. So he got hit early, and he got hit often last week, and that's why they lost. Position 1, objective number 1 today. Protect him, keep him upright, let him get some confidence.
Snagged out of the air. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. He wants to throw it again. Spits it out to the back. Got his man on the right. He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Here's the handoff. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And it looks as if there will be no return here as the punt goes out of bounds. So Hawaii's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have 2 guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got 2 very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are 2 of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
With the catch, it's Pryor. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled off.
Oh, he wants it all. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Hawaii. Once he got some room, it was over. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Looking to pass, it's Soto. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive, and you want to keep testing this out.
Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks. The Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Well, it's decision time now for the head coach. You probably like the play call. 3rd down, you're running the ball thinking you're going to get it in your own end. You don't. Now what do you do?
Punt is in the air. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Gives it on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Makes the catch. It's Pryor. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get them in a predictable situation. 3rd and long. You bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. You get to have a little fun, go get the quarterback.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the 2nd quarter. Guys, it is Hawaii who will carry the lead to the quarter break. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Turning it on. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Hawaii.
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
14, Clemson, 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Clemson will send the punt team out. He'll try to really get into this one. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. They've had a really productive 1st half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Under fire. Slings it downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Offense getting set for first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Trying to get behind the defense. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit.
Breaks into the open. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. And the Rainbow Warriors, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. On the move. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Quarterback on the keeper. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. The Rainbow Warriors have it with a first and goal.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option.
Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Oh, what a cut! They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. To the air, it's Soto. Makes the grab. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Takes the easy one to the back.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. And the Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw again. Pressure coming. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. From the shotgun, the inside give. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right up the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough for this running back.
There he goes. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Quick strike complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Warriors! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
You You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment beat. Dang, you talk about home field advantage? Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Soto. He's got an open man. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Just a short pass to the tight end. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
It's complete to the left. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Oh, they're after him. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on 3rd down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm. But you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point in the game.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Death Valley. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to our guys high above Howard's Rock.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the 3rd. They'll start this drive with a pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Pryor. Got room at the 35. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Caught in the backfield, it's Key. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Quarterback making checks. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Pryor. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. And the Rainbow Warriors are moving quickly down the field. Out of the gun to give to the back. Got enough for the 1st. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Hawaii! And they take it in for 6 more points.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
Clemson, 0.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. To the air, it's Soto. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. Clemson will send the punt team out. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. They'll try the run. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. The Rainbow Warriors send out the punt unit. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quickly out to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick completion to the right. Past the 40. And he found all room and got it down to the 28. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After an abysmal first half, goose egg on the scoreboard, the offense. Oh, he's got some space. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They'll line up for a second down play.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Another incompletion on third down. So now on comes the field goal unit. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. Nestled just inside that right upright. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Hand off from the shotgun. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life. Defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. He's going to run it. Quarterback gets the first down. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. We've reached the end of the period, and Hawaii is on top. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless of how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around.
And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Hawaii.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'll be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Got field. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Last completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. So now it's second and long. They'll go to the ground. Hard running there. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on third and long from the 28. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. Put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the officials see something to bring it back? Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. The give to the tailback. Jukes his way for more. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Throws to the wideout. He makes the catch. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Looking to throw on first down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their...
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
First snap of this drive comes from the 32. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got got him downfield. Turning it on. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. And the Rainbow Warriors will hustle to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Time to take a shot. Picked off to stop the threat. Looking for more room. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Working the big fella to the corner. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. Makes the grab. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.